Hi there. Oh, this is a great one. This just can't get any better than this. This is funny. Okay, here we go. For many years, all you hear is you only need MMA for self-defense. Here's a clip of a karate guy. No, self-defense doesn't work. Here's a clip of whatever. Self-defense doesn't work. MMA is what you need. MMA, 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 UFC, MMA. That's the only thing that you need for self-defense. All that other self-defense stuff is bullshit. An MMA fighter can do it better. MMA, MMA, MMA. Cut to MMA legend, BJ Penn, street fight, knocked out. Boom, back of the net. You couldn't ask for more, could you? So all of your arguments over all of the years to prove that MMA is all you need for self-defense because you show one clip of karate not working or boxing not working or this not working or that not working. By your logic, by your own logic, does that mean that MMA is now the fucking worst you could ever use for self-defense? Because your legend, your Hall of Famer, your double world champion, your amazing, amazing BJ Penn got knocked the fuck out. Does that mean that MMA is no good for self-defense? Because by your logic, it does. Brilliant. You couldn't ask for more, could you? You could not ask for more. Now, let's get serious for a minute. Of course it doesn't mean MMA is no good for self-defense, and it's horrible to see anybody get knocked out. So let's put that one to bed. But it is rather funny and rather ironic, don't you think? Anyway, there you go. That's that. Now, a couple of things on that. He made a ton of mistakes. There's another thing about he was on top of somebody else or had the back dry humping somebody else either before or after or whatever, or maybe it was the same guy, nobody really knows. And there's talk that it was a cheap shot to put the guy down, then he took his back and stuff like that. Again, don't know yet. But whatever way you look at it, he got knocked the fuck out. So, and that was clean, obvious to see. Lots of mistakes made. Lots of mistakes made. And don't forget, before he got knocked out, it was no sucker punch. The guy was in there trying to grab hold of him, and it looked like he was going for a single leg takedown. He was playing the game. He was playing the MMA game and won. Now, obviously, if it was a cage fight, you'd bet your house on BJ Penn taking out that fat bloke. You'd bet your house on it, and you wouldn't get very good odds. But it just goes to show that what we've been telling you for years, a street fight is different to a sports fight. Boom. Done it. Hey? No one would bet on the fat bloke against BJ Penn, would they? And yet, fat bloke knocked him out. Now, hopefully this will make a lot of you guys sit up and take notice that a sports fight, no matter how tough it is, and I'm the first one to say, anybody who does a combat sport is as tough as old boots, conditioned, can right have a row. But it's different to a street fight. I'm the first one to say how much I like MMA and absolutely love boxing. But it's different to a street fight. Completely different. Get that in your head. Please. Hopefully this will finally make you lot realise there's a huge difference between sports fighting and a real fight. Even when Penn was on the back of this guy, there was people stood around laying kicks in, pulling, pushing, all sorts of things. If any of those people around were real good mates of that guy on the deck, BJ Penn could have been knocked out again with a great big hoofing kick to the face. You don't want to be there on the ground. And he was giving all these hits to the guy, and once he had eventually been pulled off and stopped, the guy just got straight up. Straight up. So all them punches didn't really do much. The guy got straight up. Now in an MMA fight, he's won. Well done, you're the champ. Street fight, the guy's got up, and we're not sure, maybe it's the same guy, knocked him out a bit later. Come on. Now, other things. What is a professional athlete, a professional fighter, a Hall of Famer, a legend in the sport? What are they doing out in a club fighting? Because I think he's 40 years old, pissed up in different clubs, having a row with people. What the hell is wrong with you? There's something seriously wrong up here. Seriously wrong. That sort of shit is for low-life scum who don't know any better. Not a trained professional athlete, former world champion, I think at 2 weights, was it? A Hall of Fame fighter, and you're out in bars, getting smashed, fighting some Joe Schmo in a bar, and then getting yourself knocked out. Brilliant. You couldn't, if you'd planned on messing up your reputation, legacy, whatever you want to call it, if you'd planned on doing it, you couldn't have done a better job. Absolutely, you know. There's not much else you can do wrong, really, is there, apart from, you know, something real bad. Absolutely unbelievable. Just what the hell is going on? Anyway, oh, by the way, don't forget to subscribe. It might be over here somewhere. Anyway, whatever. Subscribe, like, and stuff like that. This is the funniest one I've done for ages, this. There's no techniques on this one. I just wanted to talk to you about what's going on. I mean, come on. It's just brilliant. It's just brilliant. You couldn't ask for more, could you? MMA legend gets knocked out. MMA for self-defense. Brilliant. Brilliant. Now, on to another subject. Let's leave it. I might come back to it, but that was just brilliant. If you want to make a comment, I'll answer you. I think it's brilliant. I think loads of people say, I'll come to your gym and have a fight with you. Yeah, all right, of course you will. Anyway, another one for you. The boxing. Lomachenko, Campbell. I thought, personal view, I thought Campbell put up one hell of a fight. And I think it was maybe a little bit closer than the judges had it. But here we go. After the fight, a lot of people were saying, oh, Lomachenko has been exposed. He's not that brilliant. Pardon? He's what? He's been exposed, did you say? Exposed? Tell you what happened. He dominated the fight against a former Olympic champion, guy who's like world class. Let's make no bones about it. He's world class. Loma's giving up height, reach, blah, 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 age, yada, 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 against a world class opponent. Let's not, you know, he is world class. And Loma's won, let's say, eight rounds. Right? He's put him down. And after the fight, Campbell had to go to hospital just to be checked out. And that is what you're saying, that Loma was exposed. He's just done that to a world-class fighter. Let's get that right. Campbell is world-class. He will be world champion without a doubt. He's just done that, Loma, to a world-class fighter, and you're saying he's been exposed. The ability for people to find something wrong with somebody never fails to astound me. Never fails to astound me. Now, I'm also one of these people who won't say he's up there with the very best yet. He is unbelievable at the minute, and what he's achieved is absolutely incredible. He's had 15 fights as a professional. 14 of those fights that he's won have been world title fights. Right? So, hold on, let me get that right. 13 of the 14 wins were world title fights. But he's had 14 world title fights in 15 professional fights. Name anybody who's done that. Incredible. 5 world titles at 3 different weights in 15 fights. Well, I don't see any argument there for saying he's really up there. Right? Now, when you talk about all-time greats, especially at lightweight, there's only one, Roberto Duran. I don't hear anymore. Right, Pernell Whitaker, I'll swap for Pernell. We'll put Pernell Whitaker in there as well. Duran's the best ever. End of story. Roberto Duran is the best ever lightweight. End of story. I don't care what you say. You can put in any argument. I'll listen very politely to your argument and then just come back with Roberto Duran. 9 out of 10 experts would not disagree. Pernell Whitaker, one of the best I've ever seen as well. Saw him live in Vegas when he got robbed against Oscar De La Hoya. Anyway, so at the minute, Loma is just astounding what he's done. He's at the upper end of where he can go weight-wise. He can't go up any more than lightweight. And now they're talking, he's going to do something that only Henry Hank Armstrong has ever done before, which is hold 3 titles simultaneously and defend all 3 simultaneously. All right? Armstrong did it at light, welter and middle, and Loma's going to do it feather, super feather and lightweight. So, come on, or super feather, junior, whatever they're calling it now. They keep changing these names. But 3 titles, 3 weights, and defend all 3. Come on. You're saying the guy's not great. Of course he's great, but he's not up there with the greats yet. Okay, he's not up there with the greats yet. In my mind, to be up there with the greats, you need to be having a lot more fights. And what was Duran like? 80-1, something like that at one stage. Come on, And Duran was fighting when there was 15 rounders. Right? Duran was fighting the best of the best. Right? And people genuinely miles bigger than him still went out and bashed him up. Roberto Duran. If you don't know him, look him up. The best. Right? So, and then look at the attitude of people like Loma and Campbell and compare that to the aforementioned BJ Penn. There you go. I just had to get that one back in. Another little dig. This is brilliant. This is brilliant. And a little bit of top news for you. Usyk. He's fighting a kickboxer turned boxer apparently. Tyrone somewhere, can't remember the guy's name. Sprong, whatever it is. Watch out for Usyk. He's going to wade through the heavyweight division. There's only one heavyweight who can beat him in my opinion, and that is Tyson Fury. The rest of them will get demolished, either on points or knocked out. He'll just demolish them all. He's much better, moves much better, everything's better, and he's not that much smaller. People go on about he's a cruiserweight. He's probably walking around about 220, 225, something like that. If he fights at something like, I hope he fights light. I really do, because he'll just demolish them all. I hope he's around about 210, 215 weighing, something like that, maybe even a bit less. And just come in there, fit as a fiddle, strong as an ox, not having to cut any weight, but still trimming himself down. I think he should stay light. But that's my opinion. We'll see what happens. But anyway, that's the news so far. Just had to put that out there for you. Feel free to comment. Remember, like, subscribe, notification bell and all that stuff. Great fun. And watch out for them knockouts, you MMA guys. Remember, the streets are dangerous. Much more dangerous than that ring. Told you.